Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Benny in the Booth podcast. Gonna get everything set up and we'll be ready to go. Everyone's day's going well, week's going well. I do have a reason for a later episode this week, and I'll get to that once I get into the actual episode. Just need a moment. Okay. All right. Let's dive right in. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the podcast, episode 161. Thank you so much for all the support to this point. I very much do appreciate it. We've got a whole lot to talk about today. I do have a reason for why this episode is later than usual, as I usually try to get 3 episodes out at 3. It didn't work out this Tuesday because I just came back from Toronto. I was there from Sunday till today, as I had a wedding there. Which, if any of my family that were the ones of the Simca or the event of the wedding that's watching this, Mazel Tov once again / congrats, and you guys did a phenomenal job. I don't know if they're for sure watching this, but in case, I know sometimes they do. But either way, not what we're here to talk about. We have the WBC Taiwan pool qualifiers recap, which played out pretty interesting. And we're going to take a look into the Tucson one, which starts on Sunday, March 2nd, and goes till March 6th. So we've got a whole lot to talk about on this week's episode of the podcast. It could be, depending on how games play out, I might do live play-by-play during next week's episode because there's probably going to be games during the episode of next week's podcast. Let me see if I'm... So this is the Tucson pool for context. I realized I spelled Tucson wrong. Oops. March 4th. So that's 12. That's 1. Yeah, might catch the end of the China-Brazil game, or I could get the Germany-Colombia game. So yeah, there's a good chance that I could be doing live play-by-play during next week's episode of the podcast. Now, before we talk about the Tucson pool, recap the Taiwan pool, which what a pool this was. So once again, the 4 teams were South Africa, Nicaragua, Spain, and Chinese Taipei / Taiwan, with Taiwan being the host team / country, with the games being played in the Taiwan Dome in Taipei, Taiwan. So how did things play out? The first game of the whole tournament was South Africa and Nicaragua, and was one of the best games of the tournament. That went to extra innings where Nicaragua won 2-1 in the 10th inning on a base hit that just went into the outfield to score the game-winning run. This game was crazy in its own. There was no scoring early on. South Africa scored. Then Nicaragua tied it 2 innings later. But then they could have taken the lead earlier, except the hidden ball trick is what stopped them. There was a whole lot of wackiness to this game. Hidden ball trick, a bunt that hit the batter, a double play that was weird. That was funkily ruled. A whole lot of chaos in that game, but in the end, Nicaragua came out victor. And then in the second game, Spain absolutely spanked Taiwan 12-5. They had this game from beginning to end. Taiwan got within 2, and that's as close as they got pretty much all game long. It was all Spain all game long. Funniest, craziest part of this tournament, and I'm pretty sure of this, that I want to check. Nicaragua. I want to check South Africa's last game, but I know this at least for going into that last game. But the entire run for South Africa, they did not have a single extra base hit, meaning double or triple, or even a homer. The entire pool. And for context, they went 0-3. They barely lost against Nicaragua. They lost to Taiwan 9-1, and then lost to Spain 9-1 also. They got spanked pretty much in the tournament, besides for the Nicaragua game. And that game, they were even lucky to be close. Otherwise, though, Nicaragua beat Spain 2-1 on another walk-off. This one went over the head of Angel Beltre. It also featured a homer from Spain. And then Taiwan won the night game 9-1 over South Africa. Spain then beat South Africa 9-1. And Taiwan lost to Spain beat South Africa 9-1. And then Nicaragua shut out Taiwan 6-0, which with them going 3-0, Spain going 2-1, and Chinese Taipei going 1-2, and South Africa going 0-3. South Africa was out of contention, and Nicaragua automatically qualified for the next tournament. And it all came down to a game between Taiwan and Spain in a rematch of the first game of the pool for both teams. And Taiwan came out victorious this time, capitalizing off two big errors in the seventh inning, I believe it was, that actually played out this morning to clinch themselves right back into the tournament, making it that they're in the tournament for another consecutive tournament. They do qualify in the end. And so Nicaragua and Taiwan are automatically into next tournament. However, they're not going to announce where they're going to be in until after the Tucson qualifiers, as the WBC has come out and said. So that is the Taiwan qualifiers. It was a crazy qualifier. Same broadcaster setup as last time. And honestly, it was phenomenal to watch, even though not really much were like current major league or any much experience in MLB. So the schedule for Tucson, and I want to just confirm this, make sure I'm right. Yeah. So Arizona's 2 hours behind. Okay. So this is the schedule so once again, the teams are China, Germany, Brazil, and Colombia. 11 a.m. Arizona time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern. Will be China, Germany on March 2nd. The other game on March 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern will be Brazil, Colombia. On March 3rd, the 1 p.m. game will be Brazil and Germany, and the 8 p.m. game will be Colombia and China. On March 4th, the 1 p.m. game will be China, Brazil, and the 8 p.m. game will be Germany, Colombia. The first place team will automatically qualify into the next tournament. The second and third place will play in Game 7 on March 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern, and the winner of that game will be the second and last team to qualify for the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Once again, this is the main tournament bracket, but at the moment, we don't know what teams are going to be in what pool out of the qualifiers until the Tucson pool happens, which this pool is going to be at Veteran Memorial Stadium and Keno Sports Complex. Also, the cool part with the pool is every single game that involved Taiwan was sold out. There wasn't a single game where Taiwan was playing, even Game 7 today, that wasn't sold out. Every game of theirs was sold out. No matter what ended up happening, it's sold out, which says a lot as to the baseball culture that they have there and really the fandom that they have there. I'm going to go over few MLB headlines that I have for this week's episode, and then we'll dive into immaculate grid, daily walk-off, batter up, and all that kind of stuff. A few things, though, I do have, not really much big this week. Adam Ottavino signing a minor league deal with the Red Sox. Matt Moore also signing a minor league deal with the Red Sox. Andrew Chafin signing a minor league deal with the Tigers. Brendan Rodgers signing a minor league deal with the Astros. Kevin Pillar signing a minor league deal with the Rangers. Lucas Sims signing a one-year deal, $3 million with the Nationals. Kyle Finnegan re-signing with the Nats, 1 year, $6 million. Mark Hanna signing a minor league deal with the Brewers. Andrew Heaney signing a deal with the Pirates, 1 year, $5.25 million, and Scott Alexander signing with the Rockies, 1 year, $4 million. That is all the MLB headlines from in between this week and last week's episode of the podcast. So now let's set up immaculate grid, daily walk-off, all that kind of stuff. Let's start with immaculate. So today's immaculate grid: Rangers, Guardians, 300 plus average season batting. Royals, Brewers, 30 plus season homer. Rangers, Royals. Rangers and Royals. Oh. Wolfcats. 2%, I will take that. Okay. Cleveland, Kansas City. Damon Fitz. Oh, Damon might actually be a pretty good answer, given like he's not known for playing with Cleveland. I'm gonna go Damon. I'm surprised it's that high, to be honest. 14%. Oh man, I was surprised by that. Pierce, if he did it. 300 plus average for Royals. Heat City. I'm gonna go with Billy Butler. 2%. I will take that. Brewers and Rangers. A fun answer that could be a high answer, but I imagine probably not. Eric Gagne. 0.9%. I will take that. Was not expecting it to be that low. Cleveland and Milwaukee. Oh. Man who had a clutch homer for Milwaukee in the playoffs this year and started his career with Cleveland. Jake Bowers. 1%, I will take that. 300 plus average season with Milwaukee. I have a feeling this guy probably did, but if he did, I'm going to use him. He did not. Got close, actually. Gary Sheffield is who I was considering, but closest he got was 294 in his third season with Milwaukee in the third year of his career. What? No, he didn't play with Milwaukee. Who else could be a fun answer? How about you from the 11 Brewers team? Nope. Okay. How about you? No. Would you have done it? Huh. Oddly enough, he did. I'm going to go Lorenzo Kane. 2%, I will take that. 30 plus homer season with the Rangers. I could go. Imagine Seaver and Simeon probably both fit. I could go Hamilton. Hold on 1 minute. Who else do I want to? Who else could I go with here? Rangers 30 plus homer season. That's probably not. But surprise me. Yeah, no. Any chance you would have? Be a great answer if you did, but I have my doubts. Nope. Not even close. What about you? No. Mm, any chance you did? Oh, huh. I'm gonna go Ian Kinsler. 2%, I will take that. Okay, Cleveland 30 plus homer season. Not who I meant to put in. Nope. Nope. Got close-ish, but not 30 homers. Oh. How about you? Well, not a full season. I imagine the season has to be. I mean, I could risk the biscuit. Then again, he also has a 300 batting average. And you know what? I'll use him in a different area. MLB The Show legend Richie Sexton. 0.4, I will take that. How about you? No. How about you? No. Imagine. Probably not. Yeah, no. Cleveland player that would have hit 30 home runs. Mm. Oh, there we go. 2%, I will take that. So my total area score is 24. Top answers on the day, which I did not have any of the top answers, which that's a good relief. For Rangers Royals, 29% is Royals Chapman. For Royals Guardians, at 34% is Carlos Santana. For 300 plus average season with the Royals, it's 32% is George Brett. For Brewers Rangers, 42% is Prince Fielder. For Brewers or Guardians, at 52% is CC Sabathia. For Brewers, 300 plus average season batting, at 26% is Christian Yelich. For Rangers 30 plus homer season batting at 22% is Josh Hamilton. At 20% for 30 plus homer season batting with Cleveland and Jim Thome. And 300 plus average season batting with 30 plus homer season batting at 8% is Barry Bonds. So that is the immaculate grid. So let's switch up to mystery Cubs. And then 2004 batter up and strike zone. So this is the Cubs pitcher for today, and I already can tell who that is off the bat. Who just recently joined a new team, Kyle Hendricks. Okay, let's do 2004. I just realized who that is right off the bat. Manny Ramirez. Actually, he's about to be in MLB The Show 25, they announced recently. Before he had the full hairdo that he had in his career. Let's do batter up current player. Off the bat, I'm not sure, so let's at least try to get guesses to get certain details. It is not NL, and it is not an outfielder. Okay. Is it AL Central? No. Is it AL East? No. So it's AL West. Is it an Astro? No. That also means it's a catcher. Is it an Angel? No. It's not Heim. It's not Raleigh. Oh, Langoliers? No. Oh, it is really? That so does not look like Cal Raleigh. At least then will be a show wise. I don't know. Okay. I'm just gonna have to take the L on that one. Alright, who's the pitcher? I can already tell who that is. Recently signed with a new team, Justin Verlander. Alright, so I pretty much got most except for batter up, which I should. But it is what it is. All right, now for daily walk off, which I have a good amount of time. So let's see. We'll see how many teams I do. So the categories: 1990s top 5 in homers, 2005 mainly outfield, 2005 mainly infield, and 2010s top 5 in homers. So Schwarber, Baez, and okay, hold on. Actually, 90s is gonna be Grace, Sandberg, Dawson, Hairston, no, Lee Ramirez. I don't know if Burnett's is 2010s though. Let's flip this and see how this goes. Actually, almost fully correct. So now flip Soriano and Burnett's. Burnett's is right. Soriano is not. Flip Soriano and Perez. And there we go. It's all fully correct. So the full correct answers for the Cubs: top 90s, top 5, 1990s, top 5 in homers. 1 minute. Mark Grace, Ryan Sandberg, Andre Dawson. 2005 mainly outfield. Jerry Harrison, Corey Patterson, Jeremy Burnett. Top 2005 mainly played infield. Nafi Perez, Derek Lee, Aramis Ramirez, and 2010's top 5 in homers. Javier Baez, Kyle Schwarber, and Alfonso Soriano. Let's see if there's an archive for me. There is an archive, and you know what? We're going to do the archive. So, the archive, which I'm only going to do the Cubs for this, but I like to do archives from before I started, which I started with 69. So, anything before 69 means I haven't done it before. So, the categories: 2007 mainly played infield, 2016 275 plus average, played with Chris Bryant, and played with Mickey Morandini. 2007. That's going to be DeRosa, Lee, and a Ramirez. 16, Fowler, Rizzo, Bryant. Lackey, Montero, Castro. I think that's actually going to be fully correct. And oddly enough, I get it all fully on first try. How about that? So the full correct answers for this, which this one is from September 15th originally. 2007 immediately played infield, Ramos, Ramirez, Mark DeRosa, Derek Lee. 2016, 2075 plus average, Chris Bryant, Dexter Fowler, Anthony Rizzo. Played with Chris Bryant, John Lackey, Miguel Montero, Starlin Castro. And played with Mickey Morandini, Terry Adams, Sammy Sosa, and Jose Hernandez. The other archive is from one I've already done. All right, Diamondbacks. So the player options: this one: Jay Bell, Matt Williams, Royce Clayton, Luis Gonzalez, Jake Lamb, Alex Cintron, Quinton McCracken, Chad Gracie, Tracy. No, I almost said Gracie. Sean Green, Paul Goldschmidt, AJ Pollock, and Luis Gonzalez. So Gonzalez is more likely going to be 90s because he's also in 2000, he's repeated twice. Sean Green's going to be 90, is going to be 2005. Honestly, you know what? Let's submit this and see how this goes. Well, it was fully correct. Just have to flip Cintron and McCracken. And now it's fully correct. So the full correct answer for the Diamondbacks: 1990s top 5 in homers: Luis Gonzalez, Matt Williams, Jay Bell. 2005 mainly played outfield: Luis Gonzalez, Sean Green, Quinton McCracken. 2005 mainly played infield: Alex Cintron, Chad Tracy, Royce Clayton. And 2000's top 5 in homers: Paul Goldschmidt, AJ Pollock, and Jake Lamb. We can still go a little bit further. Atlanta Braves: David Justice, Chipper Jones, Fred McGriff, Brian McCann, Freddie Freeman, Andrew Jones, Marcus Giles, Alan LaRoche, Rafael Vercal, Jason Hayward, Ryan Langerhans, and Kelly Johnson. So Langerhans I've not heard of. I'm gonna put him in 90s. Maybe he's not 90s. And let's say that. Let's and see how it goes. Okay, actually pretty close to correct. That means Chipper's there. Flip, LaRoche, and Johnson. And now the Braves are fully correct. Walk-off triple. So the full correct answers for the Braves: 1990s top 5 in homers: David Justice, Chipper Jones, Fred McGriff. 2005 mainly played outfield: Andrew Jones, Brian Langerhans, and Kelly Johnson. 2005 mainly played infield: Marcus Giles, Adam LaRoche, Rafael Vercal. 2010's top 5 in homers: Jason Hayward, Freddie Freeman, Brian McCann. Okay, let's do the Orioles next. Yeah, still good on timing. I'm gonna go for around till the half-hour mark, and then we'll call it a day there. So the Orioles, J.J. Hardy, Chris Hoyles, Luis Matos, Brian Baines, Miguel Tejada, Melvin Moore, Rafael Palmeiro, Chris Davis, Brady Anderson, B.J. Surhoff, Sammy Sosa, and Adam Jones. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. And full walk-off homer got all fully done on first try. So the full correct names for the Orioles: Brady Anderson, Chris Hoyles, Harold Baines, Luis Matos, Sammy Sosa, B.J. Surhoff, Rafael Palmeiro, Miguel Tejada, Melvin Moore, J.J. Hardy, Chris Davis, and Adam Jones. Let's do the Red Sox. Where are we in timing now? Yeah, I have 5 minutes to spare. We'll do at least 2 more teams. Maybe I'll get through the Guardians, but at least 2 more. So with the Red Sox, Jack Bradley, Bill Mueller, Trot Nixon, John Valentin, Kevin Millar, Edgar Renteria, Nomar, Johnny Damon, David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, Troy O'Leary, Dustin Pedroia. Valentin, Nomar, and O'Leary, I'm going to say his 90s. Nixon, Manny, and Damon, Mueller, Renteria, Millar. Let's see how this goes. Full walk-off homer. How about that all on first try? Full answers. 1990s top 5 in homers. John Valentin, Nomar Garcia, Power, Torrey Leary. 2005 mainly played outfield. Trot Nixon, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon. 2005 mainly played infield. Bill Mueller, Edgar Renteria, and Kevin Millar. And 2010's top 5 homers. David Ortiz, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Justin Pedroia. I'm going to drink some water, and then we'll continue going a few more teams. Sorry about that. I just needed to get water in my system. Ooh, that was neat. All right, White Sox. I'm still doing good on timing. Yeah, I think I'll do 2 more after White Sox. Okay, Aaron Rowan, Ron Karkovice, Jermaine Dye, Jose Abreu, Scott Pasednik, Adam Dunn, Paul Konerko, Vicial Garcia, Albert Bell, Robin Ventura, Joe Creedy, Juan Uribe. Ventura, Karkovice, and Ball, I'm going to say are 90s. Pasednik, Dye, and Rowan should be in the outfield. Konerko, Creedy, Uribe would be infield. Dunn, Garcia, Bray would be top 5 in homers for 2010s. And that is all fully correct for the White Sox. So the full correct answers for the White Sox: top 5 in homers in the 1990s, Robin Ventura, Ron Karkovice, and Albert Bell. 2005 mainly played outfield, Jermaine Dye, Scott Pasednik, Aaron Rowan. 2005 mainly played infield, Paul Konerko, Joe Greedy, Ron Uribe, and 2010's top 5 homers, Adam Dunn, Avisail Garcia, and Jose Abreu, which aka 2005 is the last time the White Sox won the World Series. Let's see. Yeah, I can push 2 more. I'll go through Cleveland and then call it a night. All right, for the Reds, Joey Votto, Richard Aurelia, Joe Randa, Ken Griffey Jr., Chris Sabo, Barry Larkin, Willie Mo Pena, Sean Casey, Reggie Sanders, Adam Dunn, Jay Bruce, and Todd Frazier. Sabo, Larkin, Reggie Sanders, Pena, Casey, Randa. Votto's not going to be 2005. Let's win this and see how this goes. And full walk-off homer. How about that? Full correct answers: 1990s top 5 in homers. Chris Sabo, Barry Larkin, Reggie Sanders. For 2005, mainly played outfield, Ken Griffey Jr., Adam Dunn, Willie Mo Pena. For 2005, mainly played infield, Richard Aurelia, Sean Casey, Joe Randa. And 2010's top 5 in homers: Joey Votto, Jay Bruce, and Todd Frazier. We'll do Cleveland, and then we're going to call it a night there. So the options here: Coach Baerga, Jason Kipnis, Ben Broussard, Jim Thome, Francisco Lindor, Casey Blake, Aaron Boone, Manny Ramirez, Jose Ramirez, Greg Sizemore, Coco Crisp, and Ronnie Belliard. Manny Baerga. I'm going to say Broussard, Thome, Blake, Belliard, please. Let's spin this and see how this goes. Almost fully correct. Swap Thome and Broussard, and now everything is fully correct. And that's going to be the last team I do for the podcast tonight. Full correct answers for the Cleveland Guardians: 1990 top 5 on homers, Carlos Baerga, Manny Ramirez, Jim Thome. 2005 mainly played outfield, Casey Blake, Coco Crisp, Randy Sizemore. 2005 mainly played infield, Aaron Boone, Ben Broussard, Ronnie Belliard. 2010's top 5 on homers, Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor, and Jason. That is it for Daily Walk-Off, and that is it for this week's episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you're new in audio, leave a like or fully review. Follow the podcast notifications so notify when I post the video, episode there. If you're new on YouTube, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, leave a notification notified when I go live and I post a video. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will see you next week's episode 162. Bye bye.